So let's just dive right into it, Scorpio, because there is a lot here. There is a lot here. The overall energy, okay, concerning your career, money, and work is the Four of Pentacles. Some of you are holding on very, very tightly to something. Some of you are holding on to your jobs or trying to hold on to your jobs. All right, this is an interesting time that we're living in. So some of you might be in fear of losing your job. Some of you may have already lost your job and are holding on to the money that you have. Some of you are just doing fine and you're wanting to save your money because there are things that you ultimately need and want to do with that money. All right, so this is what I am seeing. Now, moving right along here, I do see here that we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, this could be you or this could be someone surrounding you. I am seeing here that some of you, this is a boss. There could be a boss that you work for that is very, very generous, because this King of Pentacles is someone that, yes, although they are an authority figure, they are in a higher position, and they do have a lot of things, a lot of material things, resources, and money, they are very generous. So maybe you have a boss that's really trying to help you out during this time. Maybe you're getting unemployment or trying to get unemployment because of everything that's going on in the world today, and your business is cutting hours or shutting down or hasn't reopened as of yet. And so your boss is being very generous and saying, hey, just hang in there. So this is why you're holding on to your money, because you know that right now you're not bringing in as much that you would need to or like to. You could have a boss that is trying to file for some form of unemployment for you. So I do see that there is this King of Pentacles. This could be you. Maybe you're just trying to simply hold onto your money and save because you ultimately want to get to a level of the King of Pentacles. Maybe you need to get a certain amount of money so that you can do the things that you need to do and do the things that you want to do and ultimately give back, because that's what the King of Pentacles does. He's a generous man. Maybe there's a charity that you're trying to support and you want to raise enough money. But I am seeing here with you holding on and saving, if you are the one that's the boss, maybe you are trying to hold on to your company at this time. And, you know, you have employees that are working for you, you know, something like that. You're trying to hold on. If you are just someone that works for themselves, and it's like, you know what, you've obtained a lot of things and a lot of resources working for yourself, and now you're having to save, or you're holding on to your money due to a situation or the situation that is currently going on in the world. So I'm seeing this. So however this resonates, but the Strength card then comes out, all right, trying to be very, very strong, or the need to be strong because you are holding on so tightly. Some of you are having a little bit of anxiety with this holding on because you don't know what's going to happen, or you're anticipating something's going to happen. So the Strength card pulls up and it's like, hey, you need to be strong, or I see you being strong. Some of you are having to be very, very courageous during this time. And, to be quite honest, some of you are used to spending. So now you're going to have to find the strength to not spend as much as you usually do. Maybe you were the King of Pentacles and you had all these nice things and luxuries, and now things have shaken up. So it's now time for you to save, pull back on the spending. This could also talk about security, though. You could be in a very good position and be very secure. So I am seeing that here. Now we're going to dive into the next phase of cards that I see here. And just like I suspected, for some of you, there is a little trepidation here, because what has come out is the Three of Swords, which equates to loss. Some of you have lost your position at work, have lost your company, and now you're needing to be strong. Some of you are afraid to come up against some losses, and this again is why you are holding on. So to clarify that, I did pull out a clarifying card and the high priestess showed herself. All right. This is you having some intuition, you knowing that there could be some losses coming up for you. Or maybe you were thinking, oh my God, I might be losing my job, or my company might fold, or I might get laid off. Something like that you knew ahead of time. For others of you, this high priestess is more so of something being hidden. Maybe you are hiding that you are feeling at a loss, or you're feeling the pain of losing your job or losing your business, and you have been hiding this from others. Okay. So again, however it resonates, moving right along, we do see the Seven of Wands. All right. Seven of Wands. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Okay. Some of you, I feel like for the collective, have been putting in, a lot of work here. You've been putting in a lot of work. If it's been with this business or this company, you've put some time in, or some work in. And, this also is going to be talking about courage and effort and challenges. You guys have been through the fire with this. You guys have been sticking in with this, okay? And this is why you are prompted to continue to be strong. I feel like there's a loss here. I do. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this is a job loss, a loss of a business, loss of money. Maybe you lost a lot of your money as a business owner. So that's like, now I have to hold on to what I have right now. I've already had enough losses already. I've already had a lot of challenges. So again, you're prompted to have the courage and the strength to get through this time, because this is very, very difficult. And with that being said, I mean, you guys have a lot of, strong energy, because the Emperor, okay, we're now talking about your work here, okay? The Emperor shows up, and we always know that the Emperor is in control. They're seeking control. So it's like you are trying to stay in control at this point in time. For some of you, you really don't want people to know what you're up against emotionally with this loss or this strength. Maybe some of you don't feel as strong as you would like to feel. Okay, because there's been a lot of challenges. There's been some heartbreak. There's been some loss. There's been some things, right? And so you're trying to gain control of this situation when it comes to work. This is what I'm saying. In your work environment, in your work situation, you're really, really trying to gain control. This could also, for some of you, speak of, again, a boss that's, controlling, a supervisor that's very controlling of your situation. Maybe there was too much of this micromanaging going on, and so, it became too much, and maybe you had to leave. Maybe you didn't want to leave, but you had to leave. And so this is why you're holding on to your finances now, because I do feel a very strong energy. There is a lot of strength here, even though there are some losses. There is a lot of strength here. So not all of you have had losses. Maybe you've had loss in the past, or you lost some finances or a business in the past, and it's like, not this time. This can't happen again. So again, however this resonates. Now, let's see here. End result for work. For work. Outcome for work, please. Nice. Okay. So, very good energy coming through here. This is the outcome when it pertains to your work situation. We have the King of Wands. Once again, back on the throne, right? We are seeing here with the King that there is definitely better things coming. This is the honorable man, okay? This is, the free spirit, getting out of the energy of feeling controlled, for some of you that have had the feeling of, being controlled, or the challenges with the Seven of Wands that you have felt. But this is really, really good energy here. Some of you might have been traveling a lot, okay? You've been traveling quite a bit, or you will start to travel, and maybe this will, maybe this is why you've been holding on to some of your money, because your career or your job is requiring you to do so. All right, and you're hoping to do so, maybe to expand within your company, or even, you know, for your business. But this person is very strong in integrity. And I feel like it's the right time to express exactly who you are and what you want. Okay? To do the honorable thing. You know, not just for you, for some of you, you know, for your family, for your own, you know, mental health. You have to do the honorable thing. So this is why it's so important for you to stay strong, so that you can still stay in the position of doing the right thing. Some of you just need to be a little bit more free, more carefree, and not focus on the losses. All right. So I am seeing this. Now, it's so funny to me because we have two kings here. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the King of Wands. And two kings together does talk about good partnership. So if you're looking to get into a business, or you're already, you know, have a business and you're trying to do something and bring in a partner, or maybe you already have a partner, this is good partnership. Okay, so I do see that things are going to turn around in your work environment, or something pertaining to your business, something like that. And with that being said, we have the Two of Cups here. So there seems to be a partnership here that commences from all of the things prior to. Maybe, you know, you went through a phase where you tried to do it on your own, you know, this business on your own, and it was like, you know what, two heads is better than one. So I'm seeing that for some of you, you might start to collaborate, or to open up a position of partnership with someone. All right, because this is all about partnership, and the Two of Kings is also about partnership. So this is reoccurring twice. Now the Two of Cups could also speak about feelings and intuition, focusing on them, and we did have the High Priestess here. So you might be prompted to really go within and focus on your intuition. What is your intuition telling you, Scorpio, at this time? If you feel like you need to save money, then save the money. Okay? If you feel like you should go into the partnership, go into the partnership. If you feel like you shouldn't, you know, don't. If you feel like it's not the right time, you know, stand your ground. But there's also a part here that says that you need to be courageous. All right? So you're going to have to go within to know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do this. I feel like this is a specific message. So yeah, but anyway, going back to the Two of Cups, there's a new partnership here. This could also talk about harmony and peace, okay, that might be happening in the workplace, because there have been some losses, or has been some, you know, uncomfortable, I mean, it's more than uncomfortable. It's like heartbreak due to some loss, or it's been very painful to work there. But I do feel like maybe your company is going to partner up with another company, and this is going to cause some harmony for you, because maybe their policies are going to be a little bit more better than what your company was doing while it was alone. Okay, so don't know who that message is for, but we are going to move forward into career. Now this could be very, very specific. Some of these cards that I have in this deck, this is the life purpose deck, they will come out and have specific careers. So if you've been thinking about something and been like, you know what, I might want to go into that, and it shows up today, that might be confirmation. Some of you don't exactly know what you want to do because you're working a job, but it's not a career-based job. It's like, okay, I'm just working here, but I want to have a career. So let's see what comes out of this. Some of this just might be advice. Okay, quite a few did come out. All right, so what do we have here? Light and love. It says your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Yeah, so some of you, whatever position you're in, if you're, you know, you might be an actual light worker and you're looking to turn this into a career. Some of you might be in more compassionate careers or are looking to go into more compassionate careers, because I see here with this King of Pentacles, maybe you've been doing something as a job, but you're, you know, you're saving up your money to start your own business that has to do with, you know, spreading the light, spreading the love. Again, hang in there, because some of these are very specific, may or may not be for you. Some of you, you have the flowers card here. It says working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Some of you are meant to work, you know, with nature, with flowers. Maybe you're a florist. Maybe you're wanting to, you know, do something within the company that has to do with, you know, flowers in specific. Maybe flowers is significant to you as a confirmation. Maybe it's not that you need to be doing something, you know, with flowers. Maybe you want to open up a flower shop. I don't know. You'll know. It'll resonate for you or it won't, and that's how you'll know. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So some of you, in your career, whatever it is, if this is it, if it's not it, you have infinite abundance coming your way. All right. And you are fully supported in whatever you want to do. So just know that whatever it is that you feel like is tugging at you, that could be your life purpose, and you pursuing it will ultimately equate to infinite abundance. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. All right, let's get some more insight here when it comes to that. Let's see, what's that into fruition? All right, some of you have some really great ideas, and maybe you've been holding it really tightly, and this had nothing to do with money holding in. Maybe it's an idea. Okay, you've been holding on to an idea that could possibly make you a lot of money. It could possibly be a new career for yourself. And it's like, universe is like, we know what's up there. We know what you're thinking. This is a really good freaking idea. Let's go ahead and get this jumping, okay? Again, divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlining order. All right. So they said to you already that, you know, you're divinely protected and supported when it comes to your career. All right. There's infinite abundance coming. It's in due time. This is all about a process. And this is what this moon cycles card is also speaking of. You know, there's going to be times where you need to move. All right. But however this is playing out, if you did lose your job, some of you might be thinking this is the worst thing ever because now I have no money. This could be the best thing ever because now you can work on projects or, you know, do things that you haven't been able to do. Set something up for yourself. So however this is unfolding for you so far, and it might hurt like hell, know that this could be for a purpose. There's divine order. Everything happens for a reason. All right. So I hope that that softens the blow. I know that it doesn't, you know, make everything all right, but there could be a real reason here. And with that being said, let's go and see what the Starseed Oracle has to say. Let's see what they have to say. We do have the second house here representing, like I said, material world, money. And we have the career here, life purpose. I put them up here to represent your spirit guides and, you know, angels. They're representing you in a way of support. Okay, they're standing beside you to let you know that you are supported, things are going to be okay. But I ultimately also wanted this energy to come through so that you guys could get these specific messages. So some of you know that it's ringing true for you. I wanted this reading to be very specific to work, career, and money. And I'm so excited because the power deck showed up and it was pertaining to this. So I thank you, Spirit, for doing that. Okay, again, there was a reason why I'm getting chills. There's a reason why I was led to this Starseed Oracle. I wasn't planning on pulling it for this particular reading. But it says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Yeah, so if you did lose your job, okay, you're not for everyone. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. Maybe you're not supposed to be there. Maybe you're not supposed to be in that environment. Maybe you were supposed to learn the skill, sharpen the skill that you already have. There was divine order. Okay. So for some of you, if it didn't work out, if the business didn't work, maybe it wasn't right now. Maybe, it just wasn't for you. Whatever happened that ended, it wasn't for you. And then we have the Earth card that talks about learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Exactly. So that's beautiful to me because, again, here it's saying you're not for everyone, even in your weird ways, even in your indifferences. And it's like, you know what? Just be who you are. All right. You don't have to be in this world being of it. You can just be of your own self and just be in it, if that makes sense. Okay. It's one of my favorite sayings, be in this world, not of it. Some of you are comparing yourself to others like, oh, well, they have this and they have that. Other people can do it. Why am I not getting? It's like you have your own stride. You have your own journey. And until you get there, your journey is yours. It's no one else's. But you have infinite abundance coming to you. Okay. Definitely.